In the hush of dawn, as the mist clings to the earth and the first rays of sunlight filter through the trees, a carrier door creaks open. The world holds its breath. A wild animal, eyes wide and nostrils quivering, pauses at the threshold between captivity and the unknown. The air is thick with the scent of dew and pine, the promise of a new beginning shimmering in every blade of grass. This is not just a release. It is the culmination of a journey marked by hardship, hope, and the unwavering will to survive. For many wild creatures, the path to this moment began in chaos. Some were found battered and broken, their bodies bearing the scars of collisions with vehicles or the silent threat of disease. Others, orphaned by storms or the sudden absence of a parent, wandered alone through the undergrowth, their cries echoing unanswered in the vast silence. Each animal's arrival is a story of survival against the odds, a testament to the resilience woven into the fabric of the wild. Some are discovered tangled in wire or plastic, their fur matted and eyes clouded with pain. Others, tiny and trembling, huddle beneath fallen leaves, their hearts pounding in the shadow of predators. There are those who limp through the forest, wounds raw and fresh, every step a struggle. Each gaze is a silent plea for relief, a flicker of hope that somewhere safety awaits. The journey to recovery is a delicate dance between nature and nurture. Physical wounds are tended with care, but the deeper scars, those etched by fear and uncertainty, require patience and understanding. In the quiet sanctuary of rehabilitation, a wild animal learns to trust the world again. The gentle rustle of leaves, the cool touch of water, the steady rhythm of its own breath, each sensation is a step toward healing. Within the safety of enclosures, animals find a fragile peace. Here, the chaos of the outside world fades, replaced by the soft chorus of nature, wind whispering through branches, distant calls of unseen birds, the soothing trickle of a nearby stream. Rest becomes their first medicine, and time their silent companion. Every heartbeat is watched with vigilance, every breath measured with care. Skilled hands mend broken wings and soothe aching limbs, offering nourishment and comfort tailored to each species' needs. Progress is marked by subtle milestones. A cautious glance, a tentative stretch, the first taste of food taken without hesitation. But true recovery is more than mending wounds. To thrive in the wild, instincts must be rekindled. In the dappled light of the rehabilitation grounds, animals crouch low, muscles tensed, eyes fixed on the shifting shadows. They relearn the art of stalking, the patience of waiting, the thrill of the chase. Every rustle in the grass, every flicker of movement is a lesson in survival. In carefully crafted outdoor spaces, young animals are challenged by puzzles and obstacles that mimic the unpredictability of the wild. They sniff the air, ears twitching as they search for hidden food or practice pouncing on moving targets. Each day brings new discoveries, their confidence growing with every successful leap and every clever solution. As independence blossoms, so does curiosity. Animals venture further, exploring the boundaries of their world with cautious steps. The forest becomes a labyrinth of scents and sounds, each corner a new challenge, each clearing a stage for the drama of survival. They learn to read the language of the wild, the warning call of a bird, the subtle shift of wind, the distant crack of a branch. The ultimate test is self-reliance. Each animal must master the art of finding food, evading danger, and navigating the intricate web of life that defines its habitat. From the highest branches to the deepest burrows, the wild is a tapestry of challenges and opportunities. Only those who adapt, who learn and remember can claim their place within it. The moment of release is a symphony of anticipation. At the edge of the forest, an animal pauses, senses heightened, the world stretching out before it in endless possibility. The air is thick with the scent of freedom, the promise of a life reclaimed. Every muscle quivers with excitement and uncertainty, the boundary between captivity and wildness dissolving with each heartbeat. With a surge of energy, the animal bursts forward, running, swimming, or soaring into the embrace of the wild. Its form melts into the landscape, a living testament to the power of resilience and the promise of a second chance. The forest swallows its silhouette, but its story lingers in the rustle of leaves and the whisper of wind. Each release is a celebration of life's tenacity, a reminder that every creature, no matter how small or wounded, has a place in the tapestry of the wild. Through compassion and dedication, we help restore the balance, one life at a time. The wild, ever-changing and eternal, welcomes its children home, and the cycle of renewal begins anew. Across continents and climates, animals embark on extraordinary journeys back to the wild. Each release a testament to their resilience and to the tireless efforts of those who help them heal. These moments are more than just a return. They are the beginning of a new chapter, where instinct and adaptation are put to the ultimate test. From the highest mountain ridges to the deepest ocean trenches, the wild calls its children home, and each step into freedom is a story of survival, hope, and the enduring power of nature. High in the rugged mountains, a mountain lion moves with silent determination, its powerful muscles flexing beneath a tawny coat that blends seamlessly with the rocky landscape. After months of careful rehabilitation, it is finally ready to reclaim its territory. Steep cliffs and dense forests that echo with the calls of distant birds and the whisper of wind through pine needles. Every step is measured, every sense alert as it navigates the familiar terrain, once again the master of its domain. The mountain lion pauses atop a sunlit outcrop, scanning the valley below. Its ears twitch at the distant scurry of a marmot, and its tail flicks in anticipation. The air is crisp, carrying the scent of pine resin and melting snow. With a low, confident stride, it descends into the shadows, vanishing between boulders and brush, reclaiming the wildness that is its birthright. Deep within the emerald heart of the jungle, a jaguar slips into the shadows, its golden eyes reflecting the filtered sunlight. Released after overcoming a life-threatening injury, it moves with a blend of caution and confidence, reclaiming a territory vital for the survival of its elusive species. The dense undergrowth muffles its steps, and the air is thick with the scent of earth and rain. Here, every movement is a dance of survival, every breath a testament to its strength. The jaguar pauses beneath a curtain of vines, listening to the distant call of a howler monkey. Its whiskers twitch as it tastes the humid air, and it melts into the dappled light, muscles rippling beneath its rosette-marked fur. The jungle is alive with the chorus of insects and the rustle of leaves, and the jaguar's return restores a vital link in the chain of life. In the lush green embrace of wetlands, freshwater turtles are gently released at the water's edge. Their shells, polished by months of care, catch the dappled sunlight as they slip quietly into the cool, murky water. Instinct takes over as they vanish among reeds and lily pads, ready to navigate the intricate maze of swamps and streams. Beneath the surface, they find safety and sustenance, blending into a world teeming with life. The turtles glide beneath floating mats of duckweed, their movements slow and deliberate. Dragonflies skim the water's surface and frogs leap from muddy banks. Each turtle finds its place among submerged roots and tangled grasses, where the gentle current carries them deeper into the heart of the wetland. Along sunlit shores, sea turtles glide into the surf, their flippers carving through the foamy waves. Some carry tiny satellite trackers, embarking on epic migrations that span thousands of miles. As they disappear into the vast blue, they face powerful currents and lurking predators, guided only by ancient instincts. Each journey is a marvel of endurance, a silent odyssey across open ocean that connects distant continents and generations. The turtles dive beneath rolling swells, their silhouettes framed by shafts of sunlight. Schools of fish scatter as they pass, and the ocean floor drops away into endless blue. Guided by the pull of the tides and the memory of distant nesting beaches, the turtles vanish into the deep, their paths a mystery written in salt and starlight. Across sprawling grasslands and dense forests, antelope leap through tall grasses, their hooves barely touching the earth. Wolves weave between trees, moving as a coordinated pack, while bears lumber along riverbanks, pausing to fish in the rushing water. Each animal faces unique challenges, finding food, evading predators, and adapting to the ever-changing rhythms of the wild. Their survival is a delicate balance, shaped by instinct and the environment. Herds of antelope gather at dawn, their breath rising in the cool air as they graze. Wolves communicate with subtle glances and body language, their unity a key to their success. Bears, patient and powerful, swipe at salmon leaping upstream, their fur glistening with droplets. The wild is a tapestry of interconnected lives, each thread vital to the whole. In shallow coastal waters, a stingray glides effortlessly over rippled sand, its wings undulating in perfect harmony with the tide. On the sun-drenched savannah, cheetahs explode into motion, their bodies a blur of speed and precision as they chase after swift-footed prey. Each animal reclaims its place as an apex predator, perfectly adapted to its environment and essential to the balance of its ecosystem. The stingray stirs up clouds of sand as it searches for hidden crustaceans, its eyes scanning the shifting patterns below. On the plains, cheetahs crouch low, muscles coiled before launching into a breathtaking sprint. The chase is swift and silent, a testament to the raw power and grace of the wild. In the quiet hush of woodlands, a fox nimbly scrambles up a fallen tree, pausing to sniff the air. Its keen senses pick up the faintest rustle of leaves and the distant call of a songbird. Every movement is calculated, every decision shaped by experience and instinct. The forest is a tapestry of dappled sunlight and shadow, offering both shelter and challenge in equal measure. The fox weaves through brambles, its red coat flashing between shafts of light. It pauses to dig at the base of a rotting log, uncovering a hidden cache of food. The woodland is alive with the soft patter of rain on leaves and the gentle hum of insects, a sanctuary for those who know its secrets. As dusk settles over the landscape, an owl launches from a sturdy branch, wings beating in near silence. It glides through the twilight, scanning the ground below with extraordinary vision. The world is transformed by the fading light, and the owl becomes a master of the night, hunting with precision beneath the cover of darkness. The owl's talons extend as it swoops low over a meadow, locking onto the faint movement of a mouse in the grass. Its flight is a whisper, barely disturbing the air as it claims its prize, and returns to the shadows. Night belongs to the owl, a silent sentinel in the gathering dark. High in the rainforest canopy, a flock of rare parrots bursts into flight, their vibrant feathers flashing against the green backdrop. Their calls echo through the trees, a chorus of colour and sound that signals both freedom and survival. Each wing beat is a celebration, a testament to the resilience of species that have weathered countless challenges. The parrots wheel and dive, weaving between branches and sunlight. Their plumage blazes with every colour of the rainbow, a living mosaic against the emerald leaves. The forest canopy is alive with their energy, a reminder that the wild is as beautiful as it is fragile. From the smallest amphibians to the largest mammals, every release is a triumph of instinct and opportunity. As animals emerge into freedom, they carry with them the hopes of their species and the promise of a future where wildness endures. Each step, leap or flight is a moment of pure possibility. Frogs leap into dew-soaked grass, their skin glistening in the morning light. Deer bound through open meadows, tails flicking as they vanish into the trees. Elephants trumpet as they rejoin their herds, their massive forms moving with surprising grace. Each animal's journey is unique, but all share the same goal: to thrive in the world they were born to inhabit. These scenes remind us of nature's remarkable ability to heal and renew. With every animal's return, wild landscapes are revitalized, and the delicate balance of ecosystems is restored, one journey at a time. The wild, in all its diversity and wonder, continues to thrive thanks to the resilience of its inhabitants and the dedication of those who protect them. Rivers run clear as beavers rebuild their dams, and forests grow dense where once they were bare. The chorus of life grows louder with each new arrival, a symphony of renewal that echoes across mountains, jungles, wetlands and seas. In the end, the wild endures, ever-changing, ever-beautiful and forever free. Every successful return to the wild is the result of a remarkable, intricate partnership, one that weaves together the instincts of animals, the precision of technology and the resilience of the natural world. This is not a solitary journey, but a symphony of collaboration, where every element, seen and unseen, plays a vital role in orchestrating a second chance for life. Inside rehabilitation centres, animals are given the space and time to heal, surrounded by environments meticulously crafted to mirror their native habitats. Here, a fox learns to trust its senses once more, while a young eagle tests the strength of its wings against the wind. A badger sniffs the air, reacquainting itself with the scents of earth and leaf litter, while a hedgehog curls up in a nest of leaves, safe yet wild at heart. Every movement is observed with care, every behaviour analysed, ensuring that when the time comes, each animal is truly prepared for the wild's unpredictable challenges. Behind the scenes, specialised breeding programs nurture endangered species with unwavering dedication. Genetic diversity is carefully managed, and new generations are raised in environments that echo the wild, giving them the skills and instincts they'll need to survive. A pair of red pandas climb through dense bamboo, learning to balance and leap, while a snow leopard cub stalks through rocky terrain, practicing the silent steps of its ancestors. A herd of antelope grazes under watchful eyes, while a tiny turtle hatchling braves the shoreline, each step a testament to the meticulous planning that underpins their future freedom. Once released, the wild itself becomes a living classroom. Packs of wolves move in silent coordination through dense undergrowth, relying on ancient bonds and subtle signals. cranes rise together at dawn, their synchronized flight a marvel of instinctual teamwork. Beavers engineer waterways, shaping the flow of rivers with patient determination, while elephants forage in tight-knit groups, their trunks exploring the landscape for hidden roots and fresh leaves. In the ocean, a pod of orcas glides through icy waters, communicating with clicks and whistles, while above open fields a murmuration of starlings swirls in mesmerizing patterns, each bird attuned to the movements of its neighbors. Every species demonstrates the power of cooperation as they adapt, survive, and reclaim their place in the ecosystem. Advanced tracking technology operates silently, following every step and flight. Collars and satellite tags transmit real-time data, mapping migration routes, monitoring health, and revealing hidden patterns of adaptation. A bear wades across a river, its journey traced by invisible signals. A cheetah pauses, momentarily aware of a drone overhead, as scientists gather insights that will shape the future of wildlife rescue and release. In the ocean, a sea turtle glides through clear blue water, its path mapped by a tiny device, while on a snowy ridge, a wolf with a radio collar trots purposefully, its movements painting a story of survival across the landscape. The landscape itself becomes both sanctuary and test. As animals are released, sometimes alone, often in groups, they must navigate rivers, forests, prairies, and open seas. Dolphins leap into the surf, their bodies slicing through the waves with effortless grace. Bison thunder across the grasslands, their hooves drumming a rhythm of freedom. Flamingos take flight over a shimmering lake, painting the sky with pink and white, while a troop of monkeys swings through the dense jungle canopy, each leap a celebration of regained liberty. Nature offers both obstacles and opportunities, shaping every moment of reintegration. In the end, it is this intricate collaboration between animal instinct, technological innovation, and the enduring power of nature that creates a legacy of hope. Herds thrive, flocks flourish, and the wild grows ever more vibrant. A pride of lions rests in tall grass, their cubs tumbling in play. A colony of penguins huddles on an icy shore, braving the elements together. Beneath the waves, a school of fish darts through a coral reef, while high above, a family of mountain goats scales a steep cliff, sure-footed and free. Each rescue, each release, is a promise kept, a step toward a world where every animal has the chance to live wild and free. Each time an animal is returned to its rightful home, a silent revolution unfolds. The moment paws, hooves, or wings meet the earth, the landscape itself seems to exhale. A gentle, almost imperceptible shift as the wild welcomes back one of its own. The forest canopy stirs with anticipation, grasslands ripple with new energy, and rivers begin to hum with the promise of renewal. Wolves, once reintroduced, become the silent conductors of the wild's orchestra. Their presence sends a ripple through the ecosystem. Deer populations are kept in check, allowing young trees to rise and riverbanks to hold firm. Otters, sleek and playful, slip through crystalline waters, their return a testament to rivers reborn. Fish dart beneath the surface, aquatic plants sway in the current, and the river's melody grows richer with every passing day. Elk graze in open meadows, their movements shaping the land, while rabbits weave through the underbrush and songbirds fill the air with a chorus that signals the health of the land. Released animals swiftly reclaim their ancient roles. Turtles, basking on sun-warmed logs, graze on aquatic plants, keeping ponds clear and balanced. Butterflies, fragile yet essential, drift from blossom to blossom, pollinating native flowers and ensuring the next generation of wild blooms. Frogs, their voices rising at dusk, keep insect populations in check, protecting both crops and forests. Dragonflies hover above still ponds, their iridescent wings flashing as they hunt for mosquitoes. Bees gather nectar from wild blossoms, their tireless work sustaining entire meadows. Newts glide through clear water, their presence a sign of healthy wetlands. Each species, no matter how small, weaves a vital thread in the tapestry of life, strengthening the fabric of the ecosystem. As animals settle in, their behaviours begin to transform the landscape. Beavers, nature's master architects, construct intricate dams that slow rushing streams, creating wetlands teeming with life, habitats for fish, amphibians, and countless birds. Herds of antelope graze and fertilize the soil, their movement encouraging new plant growth and maintaining the open grasslands. Cranes descend in swirling flocks, their calls echoing across marshes now brimming with vitality. Kingfishers dive with precision, snatching fish from the water's surface. Muskrats build sturdy lodges along the banks, while herons stalk silently through the reeds, each action shaping the ecosystem in subtle, profound ways. Young animals, wide-eyed and curious, begin to explore their world. They learn to forage, to hide, to hunt, skills passed down through generations. Lynx move silently through snowy woods, their keen senses keeping prey populations in check. Eagles soar above mountain valleys, their sharp eyes scanning for movement below. Salamanders slip beneath mossy logs, thriving in the cool, damp earth. Pine martens leap between branches, their agility a marvel of adaptation. Owls glide silently at dusk, hunting with uncanny precision. Voles tunnel beneath the leaf litter, aerating the soil. Fox-kits wrestle in tall grass, badgers emerge from their burrows at twilight, and woodpeckers drum on ancient trees, each animal playing a part in maintaining the delicate balance of the wild. The ripple effect of each release extends far beyond the individual. Wild boar root through the forest floor, aerating the soil and uncovering seeds that will sprout into new growth. As dusk falls, bats emerge in swirling clouds, consuming thousands of insects and protecting crops from pests. Herds of caribou traverse the tundra, their migration shaping entire regions, dispersing seeds and fertilizing the land as they move. Red squirrels gather nuts, planting the seeds of future forests. Hedgehogs forage in the undergrowth, controlling insect populations. Swallows swoop over fields, feasting on airborne insects. Moose wade through marshes, opening channels for water flow. Ptarmigans blend into snowy ground, their camouflage a testament to adaptation, while lemmings scurry across the tundra, their numbers fueling the food web. From bison thundering across endless grasslands to albatross gliding effortlessly over the open ocean, these animals revive ancient migrations and restore lost connections between habitats. Whales breach in the vast blue, their journeys linking continents and stirring nutrients from the deep. Sea turtles return to nest on moonlit beaches, their hatchlings racing toward the surf. Schools of fish dart through vibrant coral reefs, breathing life into underwater worlds. Dolphins leap beside rolling waves, their playful energy a sign of healthy seas. Manta rays glide over reefs, filtering plankton and keeping the ocean in balance. Penguins porpoise through icy waters, their movements a dance of survival and adaptation. Their journeys breathe vitality into every corner of the wild. The impact is profound and unmistakable. Ecosystems once on the brink now pulse with renewed energy. Rainforests echo with the calls of returning birds, their songs weaving through the canopy. Rivers teem with fish, their silvery bodies flashing in the current. Grasslands sway beneath herds once thought lost, the land itself breathing easier. Rain falls gently on thriving forests, mist rises over wetlands alive with birdsong, and mountain streams sparkle with new life. Above snowy forests, the aurora borealis shimmers, painting the sky with colour. Fog drifts over meadows at dawn, and dew glistens on spiderwebs, each droplet a testament to the wild's resilience. These scenes are more than fleeting moments of beauty. They are living proof that nature, when given a chance, can heal itself. Packs of wolves howl at dusk, their voices echoing across the valleys. Flocks of starlings swirl in mesmerizing patterns, painting the sky with movement. Otters teach their young to swim in clear streams, while insects pollinate wildflowers, reptiles bask in the sun, and mammals forage as twilight falls. Fireflies light up summer nights, their glow a signal of healthy wetlands. Crickets chirp in tall grass, and hares bound across moonlit fields, each animal's return a promise kept to the wild, a step toward a future where ecosystems flourish, and the enduring cycle of life continues, stronger and more vibrant than ever. Eaton Gap 2s. In the gentle hush of sanctuary, where sunlight filters through leaves and the air is thick with the scent of earth and moss, injured wild animals find themselves at the threshold of a new beginning. Here the world outside fades away, replaced by the steady pulse of nature and the subtle symphony of birdsong and rustling leaves. Each animal, whether fox, owl or fawn, is enveloped in a cocoon of safety, their journey toward healing unfolding with quiet determination. The first hours are a delicate dance between urgency and calm. In softly lit corners, wounds are revealed and studied, fur parted to expose bruised skin, feathers lifted to uncover hidden fractures. X-rays flicker with the ghostly outlines of bones, each image a map guiding the path to recovery. Every assessment is a blend of science and intuition, ensuring that even the smallest injury is neither overlooked nor underestimated. In the sanctuary's recovery rooms, a fox lies motionless, eyes half closed, as fine stitches draw together the edges of a deep wound. The thread glides through skin, each loop a promise of renewal. Nearby, a barn owl's wing is gently cradled, bones aligned with infinite care, splints wrapped with soft cloth to preserve the fragile architecture of flight. Feathers are smoothed one by one, restoring the intricate patterns that will one day catch the wind again. Every gesture is deliberate, every movement a testament to patience and hope. Pain is eased with precise doses of medication, and the steady rhythm of heartbeats is tracked with silent vigilance. In custom-built enclosures, animals rest undisturbed, shielded from noise and stress. The air is cool and still, broken only by the soft rise and fall of breathing as bodies and minds begin to mend in the gentle embrace of sanctuary. As days pass, the focus shifts from survival to strength. Muscles, once slack with exhaustion, begin to tense and stretch. A fox rises, testing its weight on healing limbs, while an owl blinks in the dappled light, eyes sharpening with each passing hour. The transformation is subtle but unmistakable. Pain gives way to curiosity and lethargy to alertness. Physical therapy becomes a daily ritual. In a sunlit aviary, an eagle unfurls its wings, the span casting shadows across the ground. With each stretch, muscles remember their purpose, tendons flex and contract, and the subtle mechanics of flight are relearned. The eagle hops from perch to perch, wings beating in slow, deliberate arcs, each movement a rehearsal for the freedom that awaits. On the forest floor, a hedgehog faces a miniature obstacle course. Tunnels of bark, logs to climb, leaves to rustle through. Each step is a lesson in agility, every twist and turn a test of balance and confidence. The hedgehog pauses, sniffs the air, then scurries forward, curiosity overcoming hesitation, strength blooming with every challenge met. Nutrition is tailored with scientific precision. In a shallow pool, a sea turtle grazes on crisp emerald greens, each bite restoring energy lost to injury. In a sun-dappled meadow, a fawn nibbles wild herbs, the flavours of the forest coaxing appetite and vitality. Every meal is a step toward wholeness, every swallow a spark of life rekindled. Mental stimulation is woven into every day. Enrichment toys, logs filled with hidden treats, puzzles that mimic the challenges of foraging, invite animals to use their senses and instincts. Scents from the forest floor are scattered through enclosures, awakening memories of the wild and keeping minds sharp, spirits engaged. Healing is not only physical. The eyes of a recovering animal reflect a tapestry of emotions, fear, confusion, hope. Some stare into the distance, lost in memory, others close their eyes, surrendering to the peace of sanctuary. Emotional wounds linger, invisible but real, and the journey to wholeness demands patience and understanding. To nurture true recovery, rehabilitation centres minimize human presence, recreating the rhythms and solitude of the wild. Animals are given space to rediscover their instincts, blending into habitats designed to mirror the world they will one day return to. Dawn's first light and the hush of twilight set the daily pace. Hidden cameras, unobtrusive and silent, capture progress without intrusion, allowing animals to move and heal as they would in the wild. For social species, the next step is reunion. In a flowing stream, otters greet one another with joyful splashes, their bonds rekindled. In a wooded enclosure, wolf pups tumble and play, learning the subtle language of the pack, each interaction a rehearsal for life beyond the sanctuary. Only when animals display full strength, sharp senses, and the full spectrum of natural behaviours, running, climbing, flying, are they considered ready for the wild. Every milestone is measured, every instinct tested. Final health checks are thorough and exacting. Bones are scanned for strength, feathers and fur inspected for perfection, muscles tested for endurance. Only those who pass every test are cleared for release. At last, the moment arrives. Gates swing open, and with cautious steps, each animal crosses the threshold from sanctuary to wilderness. They carry with them the invisible legacy of care and the promise of a second chance. Their return is more than survival. It is a living testament to the power of recovery, and a silent vow that every life, when nurtured with patience and respect, can find its way home once more. As dawn breaks, the forest is transformed into a living tapestry of light and shadow. The golden rays pierce the lingering mist, illuminating every droplet of dew that clings to the leaves and grass. The air is crisp, filled with the subtle fragrance of earth and moss, and the world seems to pause, suspended in the quiet promise of a new beginning. From the tangled undergrowth, a red fox steps into the open, her coat glistening with the morning's moisture. She pauses, ears twitching, as she surveys the unfamiliar expanse before her. Each blade of grass, each shifting shadow, is a new puzzle to solve. Her muscles tense and release as she moves forward, the memory of captivity still fresh, but the call of the wild stronger than ever. She stops in the tall grass, nose lifted, drawing in the complex symphony of scents that drift on the breeze. The air is alive with the stories of the night, traces of rabbits, the musk of a badger, the faint warning of a distant predator. Her instincts sharpen, guiding her as she reacquaints herself with the intricate language of the wild, every sense heightened by the thrill of freedom. The forest is both a familiar sanctuary and a realm of endless surprises. Every rustle in the undergrowth, every flicker of movement among the ferns demands her attention. She listens intently, her ears swivelling to catch the faintest sound, a vole scurrying beneath the leaves, the flutter of a bird's wings overhead. Her body is a coiled spring, ready to leap or vanish at a moment's notice. High above, a barn owl perches in silent vigil, his feathers blending seamlessly with the mottled bark. He is a ghost among the branches, his golden eyes half closed as he waits for the world below to stir. The forest beneath him is a patchwork of light and shadow, every movement a potential meal, every sound a signal to act. As the sun climbs higher, the owl ruffles his wings and launches into the cool morning air. He glides effortlessly between the trunks, his flight utterly silent, a marvel of evolutionary perfection. Each wing beat is measured, each turn precise, as he navigates the labyrinth of branches with unerring skill. Now the hunt is real. His eyes, wide and unblinking, scan the forest floor for the faintest twitch of grass or flicker of fur. Every sense is focused, every movement calculated, as he prepares to strike with the speed and accuracy that only the wild can demand. He sweeps low over the grassland, his shadow gliding silently across the dew-soaked earth. The faint rustle of a mouse beneath the leaves draws his attention, and he adjusts his flight, calculating distance and timing with instinctive precision. The hunt is a delicate balance of patience and action, a dance as old as the forest itself. In a nearby river, a family of otters bursts into view, their sleek bodies slicing through the water with effortless grace. They twist and tumble among the lilies, their playful energy a testament to the joy of reunion. Each splash and dive is a celebration of freedom, a moment of pure, unrestrained life. The river's current is swift and unpredictable, but the otters move as one, their bond forged by shared experience and instinctive trust. They navigate the swirling eddies and hidden depths with practiced ease, their movements synchronized in a ballet of survival and play. Along the riverbank, they pause to investigate every scent and ripple. Their noses twitch as they decipher the stories carried by the water, the presence of fish, the warning of a lurking predator, the subtle changes in the current. Each discovery is a lesson, each challenge an opportunity to grow stronger together. Their play is more than simple joy. It is practice for the trials ahead. Every leap and dive hones their skills, builds their resilience, and deepens the bonds that will see them through the river's many challenges. Far above, an eagle rides the rising thermals, his wings stretched wide against the endless sky. He surveys the world below with piercing vision, every movement on the ground a potential opportunity. The wind lifts him higher, granting him a vantage point over the vast wilderness. The sky is a domain of freedom and challenge. Sudden gusts buffet his wings, demanding constant adjustment and strength. The distant calls of other birds echo across the sky, a reminder that this realm is shared, its resources fiercely contested. He circles with unwavering focus, his gaze cutting through the canopy below. Every flicker of movement, a rabbit darting through the grass, a snake slithering between rocks, draws his attention. His patience is legendary, his timing impeccable as he waits for the perfect moment to strike. With a sudden burst of speed, he dives, slicing through the air with breathtaking power. The world blurs around him as he closes in on his target. Then, with equal grace, he ascends, riding the currents back to the heights. Each maneuver is a testament to his mastery of the skies, a dance of strength and precision. On a sunlit shore, a sea turtle emerges from the surf, her shell glistening with salt water. She pauses at the water's edge, scanning the beach for signs of danger. The sand is warm beneath her, shifting with each movement as she begins her slow, determined journey toward the safety of tangled roots and driftwood. Each step is a struggle against gravity and exposure, but she presses on, guided by instincts honed over countless generations. The beach is a place of both peril and promise, and every inch she gains is a victory in the ancient cycle of survival. When she returns to the ocean, the vast blue expanse welcomes her. The water is cool and familiar, the currents strong but navigable. With powerful strokes, she glides through the open sea, her path shaped by the pull of distant tides and the wisdom of her ancestors. For all these animals, the first days back in the wild are a crucible of adaptation. They must learn to read the land anew, to find food where none seems obvious, and to remain ever vigilant against the dangers that lurk in shadow and silence. Every moment is a test, every decision a matter of life and death. With each stride, each wing beat, each dive, they grow more attuned to the rhythms of their world. Their movements become surer, their senses sharper, as experience and necessity shape them into true denizens of the wild. The wild is relentless, demanding adaptation and resilience at every turn. Yet the spirit of these animals is equally unyielding. Each challenge faced, each obstacle overcome, forges their strength and deepens their connection to the land. In the rare moments of peace, as they rest in the safety of their chosen refuges, a quiet renewal takes place. The pulse of life beats strong and steady, undaunted by hardship. Here, in the heart of the wild, every heartbeat is a testament to survival, freedom, and the endless promise of a new beginning. In the hush of dawn, beneath a cathedral of emerald leaves, a wild red fox slips through the undergrowth. Her russet coat shimmers as she moves, each step deliberate, each ear twitching to the faintest sound. Around her neck, nearly hidden by her fur, a slender tracking collar rests, its presence unnoticed, its purpose profound. This device, feather-light and silent, is a marvel of modern engineering, designed to blend seamlessly into her world. As the fox weaves between mossy trunks and dew-jeweled ferns, the collar emits a gentle rhythmic signal, a pulse that travels invisibly through the cool, mist-laden air. This signal, undetectable to the fox, is a lifeline for researchers far away, a thread that connects her secretive existence to the wider world. The collar's sensor records her every nuance, the cautious pauses as she listens for the faint scurry of a mouse, the sudden acceleration as she darts after a vole, the winding, unpredictable paths she carves through tangled roots and brambles. Each movement is captured in exquisite detail, creating a living map of her daily quest for survival. Far above, a satellite glides in silent orbit, receiving her journey as a constellation of data points. These transmissions are transformed into intricate digital maps, revealing the hidden strategies of a wild fox's life, her roots shaped by instinct, opportunity, and the ever-changing tapestry of the forest. Deep within the hollow of an ancient oak, a barn owl perches in shadow, his feathers fluffed against the morning chill. Tucked among his plumage, a feather-light tag rests unnoticed, engineered to move with him, never hindering his silent grace. As dusk settles and the forest hushes, the tag awakens. It senses the subtle shift as the owl prepares for flight, recording the gentle stretch of wings, the poised stillness before he launches into the night, and the tension in his talons as he grips the edge of his wooden perch. Each silent swoop, each hover above the moonlit grass, each precise strike is translated into a digital pulse. The tag captures the owl's mastery of the night, his ability to read the shifting winds, to adjust his flight in an instant, to strike with pinpoint accuracy. His survival is written in the language of movement, every hunt a testament to his adaptation. High above the treetops, an eagle rides the thermals, his wings outstretched against a boundless sky. A lightweight tracker, expertly fitted to his back, records his journey without impeding his freedom, capturing the subtle shifts in altitude and direction as he navigates invisible currents. His spirals and sudden dives are traced in real time, each maneuver a testament to his command of the wind. The tracker records the boundaries he tests, the territories he claims, and the invisible highways he follows across the open landscape, mapping his relentless search for prey and safe roosts. On a digital map, shifting lines echo his tireless quest for sustenance. The data reveals not just where he flies, but how he adapts to the challenges of weather, terrain, and competition. His path a story of resilience and instinct. Beneath the river's shimmering surface, a slender otter slips through the current, her streamlined body undulating with effortless grace. A waterproof tag, designed to withstand the river's embrace, trails just behind her, recording her every move. The device logs her every dive, every burst of speed, every twist and turn as she navigates the hidden world beneath the current. It captures the moments she accelerates in pursuit of fish, the pauses as she scans for danger, and the playful spirals that mark her mastery of the water. Each pause, each effortless glide, each sharp turn to avoid unseen threats is recorded, building a portrait of her daily challenges and triumphs in the ever-shifting river. The tag even senses the subtle changes in water temperature and current, adding new layers to her story. Along the windswept shore, a sea turtle hauls herself across the sand, her ancient shell marked with a small transmitter. The device is carefully attached, designed to endure the rigors of salt, sand, and surf, and to remain secure through her epic migrations. As she paddles into the open blue, her journey is traced across vast, uncharted waters. The transmitter follows her as she navigates powerful currents, evades lurking predators, and seeks distant feeding grounds, recording her every stroke and pause. The signal sometimes fades, lost in the tumult of tide and storm, but always returns, charting her resilience, her determination to survive against the relentless forces of the sea. The device endures the battering of waves, the shifting sands, and the pull of distant currents, faithfully recording her odyssey. Through these silent sentinels, fox, owl, otter, eagle, and turtle, technology unveils the mysteries of wild lives. It reveals where they roam, how they adapt, when they flourish, and when they struggle, all without disturbing the delicate balance of their world. Each animal's journey is unique, shaped by the landscape, the seasons, and the challenges they face. Patterns emerge from the data, the fox's favoured hunting grounds, the owl's shifting territories, the otter's secret rendezvous on the riverbank, the eagle's daring flights across mountain ridges, and the turtle's epic migrations through the open ocean. Each pattern is a reflection of adaptation, a response to the ever-changing demands of the wild. Each data point is a story of survival, a testament to instinct, learning, and the relentless drive to endure. These stories, once hidden in the silence of the wild, are now illuminated with clarity and respect, revealing the intricate dance of predator and prey, the subtle shifts in territory, and the quiet moments of rest and renewal. In the hush of the wilderness, the animals move with purpose, unaware of the watchful eye that observes from afar. Their struggles and triumphs are etched into a digital tapestry, a record of life's fragile, fierce dance, one that unfolds in perfect harmony with the rhythms of the earth. Technology listens without intrusion, bearing silent witness to the rhythms of the wild. It honors the animals' autonomy, capturing their stories without ever breaking the spell of their world. The devices are designed to be as unobtrusive as possible, ensuring that the animals remain the true authors of their own destinies. Through these signals in the silence, we glimpse the wild's enduring wisdom, a delicate balance sustained by adaptation, resilience, and the quiet marvel of life itself. Each transmission is a whisper from the wild, a reminder of the intricate connections that bind all living things to the land, the water, and the sky. As the year unfolds, the wild transforms in a breathtaking display of nature's cycles. Spring's gentle thaw gives way to the lush vibrancy of summer, only to be replaced by autumn's golden hues and the stark, silent grip of winter. For animals recently returned to their native habitats, each shift in season is more than a change in scenery. It is a crucible, a relentless test of their instincts and adaptability. For every creature set free, the wild is no longer a distant memory, but a living, breathing reality. Each new season brings a unique set of challenges and opportunities, demanding constant vigilance and adaptation. The forest's mood shifts with the weather, its air thick with anticipation, as animals navigate the ever-changing landscape. As autumn's golden canopy descends, a red fox threads her way through a carpet of rustling leaves. The air is crisp, and every sound is magnified. She pauses, ears pricked, nose twitching, reading the subtle language of the forest floor. The ground beneath her paws is a tapestry of scents, trails left by prey, warnings from rivals, the faint memory of rain. She deciphers each message, piecing together the story of the day and the dangers that may lie ahead. With practiced patience, she investigates burrows, weighing the risks and rewards. Is this a den of sleeping rodents or the lair of a badger? The nights grow longer, shadows deepen, and hunger sharpens her senses as she learns to balance caution with the need to eat. As dusk settles, she ventures into unfamiliar territory. The forest is transformed by the fading light, every tree and bush casting new shadows. Her movements are deliberate, each step a lesson in survival, every decision shaped by the memory of leaner times. Driven by necessity, she forages tirelessly, guided by the wisdom of her ancestors and the hard-earned knowledge of her own brief freedom. She learns to exploit new food sources, from fallen fruit to hidden insects, adapting her diet as the forest's offerings change. Far above, an eagle rides the crisp updrafts, his wings slicing through the thinning air. From this vantage, he surveys the world below, every movement on the ground a potential opportunity or threat. His feathers bristle against the first hints of winter. Each gust of wind is a reminder that the easy days of summer are gone, replaced by the need for greater endurance and sharper focus. With keen eyes, he scans the barren fields for the slightest movement. A twitch of grass, a flicker of fur, every detail is scrutinized. Each hunt is a test of patience and precision, where hesitation can mean the difference between feast and famine. As the ground freezes and small mammals burrow deeper, he must alter his hunting strategies. He learns to read the subtle signs of life beneath the snow, adapting to the scarcity that winter brings. Ancient migratory routes etched into his very being call him southward. He senses the shifting winds and the changing angle of the sun, guiding him toward lands where the promise of warmth and food still lingers. He follows the fading sun, crossing valleys and mountains. Each mile is a calculated risk, a balance between the energy spent and the hope of sustenance ahead. The journey is long, and every wing beat is a testament to his resilience. The journey is arduous, the stakes high. He must navigate storms, evade rivals, and find rest in unfamiliar places. Survival depends on every decision, every beat of his powerful wings. Beneath the surface, an otter navigates rivers swollen by relentless autumn rains. The water, once gentle, now surges with unpredictable force, transforming her familiar world into a landscape of hidden dangers and fleeting opportunities. Currents race, swirling with debris and silt. She must read the river's moods, learning to avoid snags and eddies that could trap or injure her. Each swim is a test of strength and agility. She dives with grace, weaving through submerged roots and tangled branches. Her body is a blur of determination, every movement honed by necessity as she searches for food and safe passage. Fish, once plentiful, are now elusive. She must adapt her hunting techniques, learning to ambush prey in deeper pools or beneath overhanging banks. Each successful catch is a victory against the odds. Along the shifting banks, she uncovers new hiding places, blending with the stones and reeds. She learns to anticipate the river's changes, finding shelter from floods and predators alike. Every ripple, every eddy becomes a message. She interprets the river's signals, using them to avoid danger and locate food, her survival dependent on her ability to read the water's ever-changing temperament. On distant, moonlit shores, a sea turtle hauls herself from the surf. Her journey is guided by the silent pull of the stars and the ancient call of memory, each movement purposeful and unhurried. The sand is cold beneath her, the wind sharp and unyielding. Yet she presses on, driven by instincts older than the tides themselves, her determination unwavering as she seeks a safe place to nest. With powerful flippers, she digs deep into the sand, carving a sanctuary for her precious eggs. Each scoop is deliberate, her movements shaped by countless generations before her. Each egg is carefully buried, hidden from predators and the relentless elements. Their fragile lives are entrusted to the shifting sands, where warmth and safety are never guaranteed. When the hatchlings emerge, their journey to the sea is fraught with peril. Hungry predators, crashing waves, and the numbing chill of the night stand between them and survival. Each tiny turtle must rely on instinct and luck to reach the safety of the ocean. Yet the mother turtle endures, compelled by the ancient rhythms that echo within her heart. Her determination is unwavering, her journey a testament to the power of instinct and the will to survive. Deep within the forest's heart, a barn owl weathers the storm. He seeks refuge among the gnarled branches as the wind howls through the trees, his senses attuned to every shift in the air. His feathers puff against the biting cold, each gust a test of endurance. Prey becomes scarce, and the silence between hunts grows longer, demanding patience and resilience. He waits, patient and still, every moment a balance between hunger and hope. The hush of the forest is broken only by the faintest rustle, a possible sign of life beneath the snow. With acute hearing, he listens, each sound, each whisper of movement, a potential lifeline in the darkness. He must distinguish between the rustle of leaves and the scurry of prey, his survival dependent on his ability to interpret the night's subtle cues. When snow blankets the world, he glides silently above, his wings barely disturbing the frozen air. He becomes a ghostly presence, perfectly adapted to the world transformed by winter's touch. His talons strike with unerring precision, each hunt a testament to skills honed by hardship and necessity. Every meal is hard-won, a reward for patience and mastery of his environment. These are the seasons of challenge, times when nature's trials are at their most unforgiving. Only the most adaptable endure, their survival a testament to the power of resilience and the relentless drive to live. Every lesson learned, every instinct tested, is a step toward survival. The wild offers no guarantees, only the promise of change and the certainty of challenge. For those newly returned to the wild, each day is a reckoning. They must prove their resilience, resourcefulness, and the will to live, drawing on both inherited wisdom and the lessons of their brief captivity. They adapt, improvise, and persist, learning to exploit new resources and evade new dangers. Their journey is one of constant learning, every experience shaping their future choices. In rare moments of peace, they find sanctuary, a brief respite in the ongoing crucible of the wild. These moments are proof that survival is possible, even in the harshest conditions. Across endless cycles of migration, weather and hunger, it is the resilient who carve their place in nature's grand design. Each adaptation, each triumph over adversity is woven into the fabric of the wild. The journey is never simple. Every step forward is earned through struggle and perseverance, each obstacle overcome a testament to the indomitable spirit of life. But for those who endure, who reach the safety of dawn after a night of trials, the reward is more than survival. It is the chance to thrive, to write a new chapter in the story of the wild. Each sunrise is a hard-won triumph, a new beginning in the ever-evolving tapestry of life. Here, every heartbeat is a testament to the wild's enduring spirit, and every survivor a living thread in nature's grand design. As the first golden rays of dawn stretch across the untouched wilderness, a gentle mist weaves through the ancient trees, cloaking the land in a soft, expectant hush. The wild, once silent and scarred, now stirs with the subtle promise of renewal. Each ray of sunlight illuminating the quiet transformation unfolding beneath the canopy. The air is crisp, filled with the scent of dew and earth, as the world awakens in a symphony of subtle sounds, the distant call of a bird, the rustle of leaves, the faint patter of small paws on moss. Where the forest floor once lay dormant, fox-kits now burst from their burrows, tumbling and chasing each other through the undergrowth. Their playful energy breathes vitality into the ancient roots and mossy hollows, signalling the return of life to places long left empty. Each leap and tumble is a lesson in survival. As the kits learn to stalk, pounce and hide, their senses sharpening with every playful encounter. Each delicate paw print pressed into the damp earth is a testament to survival, a silent record of journeys taken, territories reclaimed, and the intricate web of life that pulses unseen beneath the forest's green veil. The ground is a living canvas, marked by the passage of deer, the scurry of mice, and the careful tread of badgers, each track telling a story of persistence and adaptation. Along the winding rivers, the otter glides effortlessly, her sleek form slicing through crystalline water. With every playful dive, she stirs up clouds of minnows, sending ripples through the silt and awakening a world teeming with hidden life. Beneath the surface, darting fish scatter, water beetles scuttle, and aquatic plants sway in the gentle current, all responding to the otter's lively presence. These ripples radiate outward, drawing kingfishers and herons back to the riverbanks. Their keen eyes scan the water's surface, poised to strike as the promise of abundance lures them to these once barren shores. The kingfisher flashes blue and orange as it plunges for a fish, while the heron stands motionless, a patient sentinel waiting for the perfect moment to spear its prey. The riverbanks, once eroded and lifeless, now knit themselves together with vibrant reeds and wild grasses. The otter's passage leaves a trail of renewal, anchoring the soil and restoring the delicate balance that sustains this watery world. Dragonflies hover above the reeds, frogs croak from hidden pools, and the banks hum with the quiet activity of insects and amphibians. High above, an eagle soars on rising thermals, its shadow sweeping across the rejuvenated tapestry of the forest. Each beat of its wings signals the return of a guardian to its ancestral domain. The eagle's sharp gaze surveys the land below, searching for movement among the trees and meadows, its presence a symbol of strength and freedom. Where the raptor glides, the populations of rodents and songbirds find a new equilibrium. The eagle's presence restores a natural order, each species playing its part in a symphony of interdependence and balance. Voles dart through the grass, wary of the sky, while songbirds flit from branch to branch, their melodies weaving through the air. The eagle's cry, once a memory, now echoes across the valleys and ridges, a triumphant anthem of resilience, reverberating through the wild places that have welcomed its return. The call carries on the wind, stirring the hearts of creatures below and marking the territory as wild once more. Far from the forests, on moonlit shores, hatchling sea turtles break free from the sand. Under a sky scattered with stars, their tiny flippers carve fragile trails toward the surf, each movement a race against time and tide. Ghost crabs scuttle nearby, and the distant crash of waves beckons the hatchlings onward, their journey fraught with peril and hope. Every determined hatchling carries the hope of a future generation. Their perilous journey to the ocean is a testament to persistence, each survivor a living promise that the cycle of life endures. As they reach the water, the hatchlings vanish into the surf, beginning a voyage that will span oceans and years. In their wake, the dunes stabilize, anchored by native grasses that flourish in the undisturbed sand. These living barriers shield the coast from the relentless tides, preserving the fragile boundary between land and sea. Lizards bask on sun-warmed sand, and beetles burrow beneath the surface, each species playing a role in the health of this coastal ecosystem. Yet the wild's recovery is a journey marked by challenge. Animals navigate harsh landscapes, foraging where resources are scarce, adapting to the ever-changing rhythms of their environment. A lone fox sniffs the air for food, while a deer picks its way through brambles, each step a testament to resilience in the face of adversity. For every thriving den or soaring pair, there are silent struggles, territories lost to encroaching roads, waters tainted by invisible toxins, nesting grounds threatened by the relentless advance of rising seas and human development. The scars of the past linger in empty burrows and polluted streams, reminders of the fragility of these hard-won gains. The barn owl, gliding silently over moonlit fields, sometimes finds the night too quiet, the prey too few. His vigilant patrol is a reminder of the delicate balance that must be maintained for the wild to truly thrive. The hush of the grassland is broken only by the soft beat of wings and the distant call of a nightjar. The equilibrium remains fragile, each hard-won gain shadowed by new challenges. The wild is a living mosaic, its beauty and resilience tested with every passing season. Predators and prey move in a delicate dance, their fates intertwined, their futures uncertain but fiercely contested. Still, the story unfolding here is not one of despair, but of endurance and hope. Against adversity, life persists, adapting, overcoming and flourishing in the face of uncertainty. A badger emerges from its set at dusk, a symbol of quiet determination, while a family of deer grazes in the safety of the twilight. With each passing season, the bonds between animal and environment deepen. Mothers teach their young the secrets of survival, flocks move as one, and the wisdom of the wild is passed from generation to generation. Young wolves shadow their elders, learning the art of the hunt, while fledgling birds take their first uncertain flights under watchful eyes. The tapestry of life, once frayed and fragile, is slowly rewoven, thread by thread, heartbeat by heartbeat. Every creature, every moment adds strength to the fabric of the wild. The pulse of a deer, the flutter of a butterfly, the steady march of ants, all are vital threads in this living masterpiece. In the grand arc of time, the return of these animals is more than a fleeting moment of release. It is the rekindling of ancient rhythms, the restoration of connections that sustain entire ecosystems. The wild welcomes each returnee, their presence rippling outward, touching every corner of the landscape. This is a legacy of resilience carried forward by every creature that finds its place in the wild. Their stories echo through forests, rivers and coasts, each one a promise that the wild endures. Herds of elk move across open plains, otters play in restored streams, and birds fill the sky with their songs, each scene a testament to nature's enduring spirit. The journey continues, inscribed in the rustle of leaves, the rush of water, and the silent glide of wings beneath the moon. In every corner of the wild, the echoes of return ripple outward, reminding us that hope, once kindled, can transform even the most fragile of worlds. The wild breathes anew, its story written in every sunrise, every heartbeat, and every quiet triumph of life reclaimed. As dusk settles over the wild, the world softens into a hush of gold and indigo. The last rays of sunlight stretch across the land, painting the treetops and grasslands in a fleeting glow, as if nature itself is holding its breath for the night to come. In this tranquil hour, rescued animals emerge from the shadows, each one a testament to resilience. They move quietly, blending into their surroundings, their presence a silent promise that the wild will endure. Every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal, plays a role in this living tapestry, their lives woven together by the threads of survival and hope. Beneath the towering pines, a lynx glides through the undergrowth, her muscles rippling beneath her spotted coat. Her ears twitch at the faintest sound, every sense attuned to the subtle language of the forest. She is both hunter and guardian, her presence a quiet reassurance that balance has returned. At her side, 2 cubs follow, their steps tentative yet eager. They pause to sniff the air, their eyes wide with curiosity, learning the secrets of the woods with every cautious stride. The mother's patience is unwavering, her movements deliberate as she guides them through the maze of roots and ferns. In the dappled light, she demonstrates the art of the hunt, how to move without sound, how to read the wind, how to vanish into the shifting shadows. Each lesson is a gift, knowledge once nearly lost now flowing anew through the veins of the forest, ensuring the next generation is prepared for the challenges ahead. Out on the open grasslands, a herd of wild horses thunders across the horizon. Their hooves drum a steady rhythm into the earth, sending ripples through the tall grasses. The air is alive with the energy of their movement, a living current that sweeps across the plains. At the front, a stallion leads with renewed strength. Once weakened by drought, he now charges forward, his mane streaming in the wind, his eyes bright with determination. His leadership is instinctive, guiding the herd to fresh pastures and safe shelter. With every stride, his hooves break open the soil, stirring dormant seeds to life. In their wake, wildflowers burst into bloom, painting the path with colour and fragrance. The land responds to their passage, flourishing in the presence of its wild inhabitants. Among the herd, young foals race alongside their elders, their legs unsteady but their spirits unbroken. Each new life is a symbol of hope, a promise that the future will remain untamed and free, untouched by fences or fear. In the marshlands, the air vibrates with the call of a rare frog. Perched on a lily pad, its throat pulses as it sings, a sound that has not echoed here for generations, now returned to the twilight chorus. Hidden among the lily pads, frogs thrive in waters cleansed by the return of beavers. Their dams slow the streams, creating pools where amphibians can breed and dragonflies can skim the surface. The wetland, once silent, now teems with life. Dragonflies dart and weave above the water, their wings catching the last light of day. Below, frogs join in a swelling chorus, their voices rising in harmony, a living testament to the resilience of even the smallest creatures. Along the rugged cliffs, seabirds gather in great numbers. They wheel and dive in the salt-laden air, their cries echoing against the stone. The colony is a flurry of wings and feathers, each bird a vital part of the coastal ecosystem. Gannets, once driven away by empty seas, now skim the waves in search of fish. Their white wings flash against the darkening sky, a sign that the ocean's bounty has returned and the balance of life is restored. In rocky crevices, chicks wait with open beaks. Each successful dive brings nourishment, sustaining new life in nests perched high above the surf. The fragile balance of the sea is reflected in every feeding, every flutter of downy wings. As night deepens, the wild landscape settles into a peaceful unity. Animals rest beneath the stars or move quietly through the darkness, their movements guided by instinct and the rhythms of the earth. Silhouettes drift through the moonlit forest, deer grazing, owls gliding silently, wolves threading between the trees. The rescued and their descendants shape the land with every step, flight and song, their presence felt even in the quietest hours. Ancient cycles are rekindled. Bees and butterflies return to forgotten meadows, pollinating wildflowers that once lay dormant. Predators like wolves and birds of prey keep populations in balance, ensuring the intricate dance of life continues, more vibrant and interconnected than ever before. In this sanctuary of renewal, generations of wild animals coexist: lynx and foal, frog and dragonfly, stallion and seabird. Each carries forward a legacy not just of survival, but of guardianship, their stories intertwined in the fabric of the wild. Their lives unfold in untouched landscapes where the wild endures, resilient, abundant and free. Every moment is a testament to the power of renewal, a celebration of nature's enduring spirit. The legacy of rescue is no longer just a memory. It is a living promise, echoing through every corner of this revitalized world. A world where the wild, once on the brink, now flourishes in harmony, its future bright beneath the endless sky. In the hush of dawn, the forest awakens beneath a veil of mist, every leaf and branch glistening with dew. Here, in this untouched expanse, the most profound stories unfold in silence. Tales of resilience and renewal that rarely meet the human eye. Deep within the tangled roots of an ancient oak, a colony of ants begins its day. Each ant, guided by instinct and the faintest chemical trails, navigates a labyrinth of soil and wood, their movements synchronized in a choreography as old as the forest itself. Workers haul fragments of leaves and seeds, their jaws locked tight around treasures many times their own weight. As they tunnel and turn the earth, they aerate the soil, allowing roots to breathe and water to seep deep, nourishing the giants above. The forest floor, alive with a mosaic of beetles, worms, and unseen microfauna, pulses with quiet energy. Each tiny creature plays a role, breaking down fallen leaves, recycling nutrients, and weaving the foundation for new life to flourish. In the cool, crystalline waters of a winding stream, a school of minnows glides between smooth stones. Their silver bodies shimmer in the filtered sunlight, darting in perfect unison to evade the gentle current and the shadows that pass overhead. Freed from the threat of pollution and the barriers of dams, these fish reclaim ancestral roots, weaving through the current in intricate patterns. Each flick of a fin stirs the silt, releasing nutrients that feed the river's endless cycle of life. Above the water, a kingfisher hovers, wings beating in a blur of blue and copper. Its eyes, sharp and unblinking, lock onto a ripple below, a sign of movement, a promise of sustenance. With a sudden plunge, the bird pierces the surface, emerging moments later with a wriggling fish clamped in its beak. It returns to the reeds, where hungry chicks wait, their calls muffled by the thick green stems, a new generation nourished by the river's bounty. High in the canopy, where sunlight filters through a tapestry of leaves, mosses and lichens, reclaim the bark of a once blighted tree. Their tiny filaments anchor to the rough surface, drawing moisture from the air and weaving a living cloak over old wounds. Minute by minute, these humble pioneers filter the air, transforming carbon and dust into clean breath for the world below. Their presence signals the forest's slow healing, a testament to nature's patience and persistence. Over time, their emerald and sage hues spread across the branches, knitting together scars left by storms and drought. Each patch of green is a quiet victory, a sign that life endures even in the aftermath of hardship. As dusk settles over a wild meadow, the air vibrates with the chorus of crickets. Moths, drawn by the fading light, flutter among the grasses, their wings dusted with the pollen of night-blooming flowers. Guided by the moon and the scent of nectar, these pollinators trace invisible paths from blossom to blossom. Their delicate work ensures that wildflowers will return with the dawn, painting the meadow in colour and life. In this thriving world, the greatest triumphs are often those unseen. Quiet acts of resilience and cooperation that ripple outward, shaping the fate of the entire ecosystem. From the shadowed soil where roots entwine to the sunlit heights of the tallest pines, life persists, adapts and flourishes in ways both subtle and spectacular. Each secret victory, each whisper of the unseen, cements the wild's enduring promise that even in silence, nature's spirit is unbreakable, and its future quietly triumphant. As the moon climbs higher, a silvery mist unfurls across the wild grasslands, its tendrils curling over the earth like a living breath. The landscape is bathed in a gentle ethereal glow, every blade of grass glistening beneath the moon's watchful gaze. The mist weaves silently through the fields, drifting over the placid surface of hidden ponds. Each droplet clings to the world, blurring the boundary between water and land, night and dawn. In the hush of midnight, the camera glides low, revealing the delicate footprints of a fox pressed into dew-soaked grass. Each print is a silent record of a solitary journey, a fleeting story written in the language of the wild. These trails, winding through the grass, are ancient highways, pathways shaped by countless paws and hooves over generations. Each step connects the present to a lineage stretching back through time, a living memory etched into the earth. Beneath the water's surface, a freshwater mussel anchors itself in the cool stream bed, filtering the current with patient, rhythmic motion. Its quiet labour, sustained for decades, purifies the water, creating clarity for darting minnows and shelter for insect larvae. The mussel's presence is a keystone, supporting a web of life that stretches from the smallest aquatic insects to the wading birds that hunt along the shore. Nearby, wildflowers burst into bloom, their petals unfurling in a riot of colour. Each blossom is the culmination of a season's patience, seeds once buried now awakened by warmth and rain. Bees and butterflies drift from petal to petal, their delicate wings stirring the air. With every visit, they gather pollen, unwittingly weaving the future of the meadow, ensuring that life will return with the next season's sun. High above, the camera soars with a migrating flock, wings beating in perfect unison as they trace invisible highways across the sky. Their synchronized flight, guided by ancient instinct, bridges continents and climates. Each bird is both a traveller and a messenger, carrying the memory of distant lands and the promise of return. In their wake, seeds and spores cling to feathers and fur, hitching silent rides across valleys and rivers. Life is scattered far beyond its origins, carried by the wind and the wanderers of the wild. As dawn breaks, the first rays of sunlight pierce the canopy, illuminating a spider's web strung between slender branches. Each silken thread shimmers with dew, a fragile yet enduring testament to nature's artistry. The web is both a home and a trap, a masterpiece spun anew each night. Insects drawn by the morning light become part of a cycle that nourishes both predator and prey. Every movement, every struggle is woven into the fabric of the wild, sustaining the balance of life. In this eternal circle, every action, no matter how small, echoes forward, shaping the world in ways unseen. Tree roots push steadily through the soil, binding earth and stone, while above clouds drift in slow procession, casting shifting shadows that mark the passage of time. Here, in the unbroken circle of life, each new day is both a legacy and a promise. The wild endures, its story written in footprints, petals, wings and webs, a quiet assurance that nature's continuity is its greatest strength, and its story is far from over. From above, the ancient wetland stretches out, a living mosaic of water, reeds and shadow, untouched by human hands. The camera glides silently, tracing the intricate patterns of channels and pools that have shaped this landscape for millennia. As the lens slips beneath the surface, the world transforms. Light bends and dances, revealing a submerged kingdom where every inch teems with life. Sunbeams fracture through the dense lattice of reeds, painting the silt and tangled roots with shifting gold. Each ray illuminates a hidden corridor, a passageway for creatures both bold and secretive. In these cool, shadowed depths, the wetland's true pulse is revealed. Tiny crustaceans scuttle over pebbles, their movements stirring the fine sediment into swirling clouds. A school of minnows, barely larger than a blade of grass, weaves through the waving waterweed. Their bodies shimmer, each scale catching the fractured light as they dart in perfect synchrony. The group moves as one, a living ribbon twisting and turning, every flick of a tail a signal in their silent ballet. Suddenly a shadow glides into view. A pike, slow and deliberate, its eyes fixed on the swirling mass. The minnows scatter, their silver bodies flashing as they vanish into the safety of the reeds. Along the muddy bottom, a solitary crayfish emerges from beneath a stone, its armoured body glinting in the filtered light. With careful, deliberate movements, it explores the terrain, antennae sweeping the darkness, stirring up a fine haze of detritus that drifts upward, nourishing a hidden world of microscopic life. The camera lingers on a gelatinous cluster of frog spawn, anchored to a submerged stem. Each translucent orb trembles with the stirrings of new life. Tiny embryos twisting and turning, their hearts already beating in anticipation of the world beyond their fragile shells. Soon these eggs will rupture, releasing a new generation of tadpoles into the watery labyrinth, each one a testament to the wetland's endless cycle of renewal. Nearby, dragonfly nymphs cling to the stems of submerged plants. Their bodies are armoured, their jaws poised for the hunt. Patient and still, they wait in ambush, their eyes tracking the movements of unsuspecting prey, larvae, tiny fish, even each other. When the time is right, an ancient urge compels them upward. They climb toward the surface, preparing for the miraculous transformation that will send them skyward as winged adults. Above the waterline, the wetland breathes. Reeds sway in the gentle breeze, their slender stalks whispering secrets to the wind. Each movement ripples through the ecosystem, sheltering birds and insects alike. Beneath the surface, their roots anchor the soil, holding firm against the current's pull and preventing erosion. The web of roots forms a living scaffold, a foundation for countless lives. Tiny snails, their shells etched with the passage of seasons, inch along the stems and leaves. They graze on a film of algae, scraping away with delicate mouths, each bite a minuscule act of renewal that keeps the ecosystem in balance. Their slow progress leaves intricate trails, silent signatures of persistence and survival. On the water's surface, water beetles dart and spin, their legs barely dimpling the meniscus as they chase after prey or evade hungry fish below. Each movement sends ripples outward, a fleeting disturbance in the mirror-still pond, while below the steady thrum of amphibian hearts pulses through the water. Frogs and newts rest among the roots, their chests rising and falling in rhythm with the ancient heartbeat of the wetland. As dusk falls, the wetland transforms once more. Beneath mats of decaying leaves, bioluminescent bacteria flicker to life, casting a faint, otherworldly glow that marks the slow, vital process of decomposition. The camera glides over the wetland floor, where leaves break down into rich, dark humus, feeding the roots and fueling the next generation of growth. At the surface, a mayfly emerges, its delicate wings unfurling in the twilight. In a single graceful motion, it takes flight, its brief life above water a testament to the urgency and beauty of transformation. Ripples and shadows play across the water, each one a fleeting record of the creatures that move unseen below. The wetland's hidden currents flow in perfect harmony, weaving together the destinies of predator and prey, plant and animal, birth and decay. In this vast, interconnected tapestry, every life, no matter how small, plays a vital role in sustaining the world above. Beneath the surface, the wetland's pulse beats on, steady, enduring and unseen, promising that wherever water flows, life will find a way. In this hidden world, resilience and adaptation reign, and the story of survival is written anew with every dawn. Beneath the shimmering surface of the wetland, where birds glide and amphibians linger at the water's edge, a hidden universe pulses with life. Here the world above is mirrored by a world below, one of darkness, complexity, and ceaseless activity. As the camera descends through layers of damp earth, we enter a realm where roots, insects, and burrowing creatures shape the very foundation of the ecosystem. Each inch of soil is alive, a tapestry woven by countless unseen hands. Roots twist and coil, forming intricate passageways that stretch beneath the riverbank. Wild animals trace these corridors, their paws pressing into the soft earth, guided by the silent architecture below. Delicate root hairs branch outward, threading through the soil in search of water and minerals. Nearby, tiny insects and small mammals forage, their movements stirring the earth and awakening dormant seeds. Mycorrhizal fungi, nearly invisible to the naked eye, wrap themselves around roots in a silent embrace. These filaments extend far beyond the reach of any plant, drawing nutrients from distant pockets and sharing them with their hosts. Wild rodents dig among these networks, unearthing hidden caches and dispersing spores as they move. The roots of trees and reeds intertwine, forming a living web that connects every plant in the wetland. Above, birds forage and deer graze, unaware of the silent exchanges happening beneath their feet. Carbon traded for phosphorus, water shared in times of drought. In the labyrinthine spaces between roots, tiny nematodes wriggle, their bodies aerating the soil and breaking down organic matter. Insects scuttle through these tunnels, carrying fragments of decaying leaves and spreading nutrients with every step. Earthworms, the silent engineers of the underworld, tunnel tirelessly through the soil. Their castings enrich the earth, while their burrows create channels for rainwater, preventing floods and nourishing roots above. Beetles follow in their wake, scavenging and recycling what remains. Every handful of soil teems with billions of microbes, bacteria, protozoa, and fungi, each playing a role in the endless cycle of decay and renewal. Insects break down fallen leaves, while microbes transform ancient peat into nutrients, ensuring nothing is wasted. In the darkness, a bulb swells with stored energy, its tissues responding to subtle shifts in temperature and moisture. Time-lapse reveals the slow, determined push of new life, as roots anchor and shoots prepare to break free. Shoots emerge, sensing the faintest changes in their environment. Saplings stretch upward, guided by the wisdom encoded in their cells, competing for light while their roots remain firmly entwined with the community below. As storms rage above, roots hold the riverbank together, their dense networks preventing erosion and safeguarding the wetland from the force of floodwaters. Even in drought, these anchors draw moisture from deep within the earth, sustaining life when all else seems barren. In the hush beneath the surface, worms, roots and fungi form a living tapestry. Small animals move quietly through this underworld, their presence a reminder that every layer of the wetland is alive, interconnected and essential. Above, the wetland flourishes. Birds soar, mammals graze, and every green blade owes its existence to the silent labour below. In these veins of the earth, the story of life is written in roots and soil, a testament to resilience and the quiet power of nature's hidden world. And gap tooses. Dawn breaks over the wetlands, painting the sky in hues of gold and indigo. In the cool mist, a hush settles, broken only by the soft flutter of feathers and the distant call of waterfowl. From the shelter of tall reeds, a pair of young herons emerge, their wings still awkward, their movements tentative. The camera glides alongside them, capturing every tremor of anticipation as they prepare for their first true flight. Nearby, a river otter slips silently from a hidden burrow, its fur slick with dew. It pauses, nose twitching, then bounds toward the water's edge. The otter's release is quiet. No cages, no hands, only the gentle encouragement of instinct and the promise of open water. With a single leap, it disappears beneath the surface, weaving through submerged roots and darting fish, reclaiming its place in the living tapestry. In a clearing shaded by willow branches, a fox-kit hesitates at the boundary between shadow and sunlight. Its fur is still tinged with the softness of youth, but its eyes are bright with curiosity. The kit sniffs the air, ears pricked for danger, then slips silently into the undergrowth. Each step a return to ancestral rhythms, each movement a reawakening of wild memory. Overhead, a kestrel wheels in widening circles, scanning the grasslands below. A moment ago, it perched uncertainly on a low branch, wings trembling. Now, in the cool rush of morning air, it finds its balance. Catching a gust, it soars higher, riding invisible currents with newfound skill. The camera follows, capturing the kestrel's silhouette against the rising sun, a symbol of resilience and hope. In the shallows, a turtle inches toward the water, its shell etched with the marks of time. Each measured step is deliberate, purposeful, a journey from the safety of rescue to the unknown expanse of the wild. As it slips into the pond, ripples spread outward, mingling with those of dragonflies and minnows. The wetland absorbs its return, seamless and silent. No hands intervene, no voices break the spell. The animals move according to ancient cues, guided by scent, by sight, by the subtle language of wind and water. The camera lingers on each, bearing witness to a moment both ordinary and profound, the quiet reclamation of freedom. As the sun climbs, the wetland stirs with new energy. Herons lift into the sky, their wings strong and sure. The otter surfaces, rolling playfully in the shallows. The fox-kit vanishes into the tall grass, its presence marked only by a fleeting rustle. The kestrel hovers, then dives, wild and precise. The turtle basks on a sunlit log, eyes half closed in contentment. Each rescue, each return is a quiet victory, woven into the rhythms of the land, witnessed only by the reeds, the water, and the ever-watchful sky. In the wild, freedom is not announced. It unfolds moment by moment in the silent language of survival and belonging. As twilight deepens, the wetland transforms into a realm of shifting shadows and muted colours. The camera moves close, catching the delicate ripple of water as a newly released beaver surveys its surroundings. Its fur, still bearing traces of care, bristles against the cool air. Hesitant at first, the beaver circles the pond's edge, nose quivering as it catalogues scents. Mud, willow, the faint musk of muskrat. Each sensory input is a lesson, a test of memory against instinct. Beneath the tangled roots of a fallen oak, a hedgehog emerges, pausing to listen as the world hushes. The camera lingers on its cautious steps, spines raised, nose twitching, while it navigates the unfamiliar terrain. It snuffles through damp leaves, uncovering beetles and earthworms, relearning the ancient choreography of foraging under the cover of dusk. In a patch of tall grass, a family of meadow voles scurries, their tiny bodies weaving through the stems. Freed from the confines of rehabilitation, they adapt quickly, constructing new burrows, mapping safe pathways between food and shelter. The camera captures their silent negotiations, the subtle communication of whiskers and movement, a ballet of survival played out in miniature. Overhead, a barn owl glides silently, its newly healed wing slicing the air with practiced ease. The camera follows as it perches on a weathered fence post, eyes wide in the gathering dark. For a moment, the owl listens, every sound amplified, every shadow a potential meal. Then, with a sudden plunge, it disappears into the grass, emerging moments later with a vole in its talons. Adaptation here is swift and unforgiving, a reminder that freedom brings both opportunity and challenge. By the water's edge, the beaver begins to gather sticks, instinct guiding its paws. The camera shifts to a close-up of nimble fingers weaving branches together, the first tentative attempt at dam building. Each movement is deliberate, a blend of inherited wisdom and newfound experience as the beaver claims its place in the landscape. In the darkened undergrowth, the hedgehog curls up beneath a mossy log, heart beating steady and slow. The camera lingers on the rise and fall of its breath, a quiet testament to resilience. Around it, the sounds of the night swell, the distant croak of frogs, the rustle of reeds, the soft patter of rain on leaves. Every animal, every moment is a story of adaptation, of relearning how to live wild. The camera bears silent witness as the creatures of the wetland move with growing confidence, each step forging new patterns in the tapestry of life. In the wild, rehabilitation is never truly finished. It unfolds in the subtle triumphs of survival, written in the quiet language of instinct, reclaimed. As dawn breaks over the wetlands, the camera glides low across dew-laden reeds, catching the fleeting footprints of foxes and the silent glide of an otter returning to its den. In the hush before sunrise, a different kind of struggle unfolds, one not seen but deeply felt. Here the camera lingers on the telltale signs left behind by rescue teams. A carefully camouflaged camera trap blinking softly beneath a willow, a faint trail in the grass where a transport crate once rested, and the delicate impression of boots pressed into the mud, already fading beneath the weight of returning life. The lens shifts to a cluster of feathers caught in brambles, evidence of a recent release. Each item, each mark, tells a silent story of intervention, planning and hope. The camera moves in closer, revealing the subtle disturbances. A patch of flattened earth where a hedgehog's nest box was gently placed, its wooden edges already softened by moss and morning mist. In a shallow pool, the water is momentarily clouded as a rescued duckling paddles for the first time, struggling against the current before finding its rhythm. The camera captures every tremor and splash, highlighting the tension between vulnerability and determination. Overhead, a kestrel wheels in the blue, the last remnants of a tracking tag, glinting briefly in the sun before being lost to the sky. The visuals synchronize with the unseen labour. A series of close-ups reveals a snare quietly disarmed and removed the ground beneath it, disturbed but now safe. Nearby, motion-triggered cameras record the cautious return of a badger, its gait still tentative after weeks of healing. Each frame is rich with detail. The glint of fur, the flicker of an ear, the cautious sniff of a nose, reacquainting itself with freedom. The camera then follows the ripple of a pond where a displaced amphibian, rescued from a draining marsh, submerges itself, its body blending perfectly with the silt. The rescue is complete only when the animal disappears, leaving behind no sign of human presence, only the quiet restoration of what was nearly lost. Amidst the landscape, the tools of rescue are reclaimed by nature. Biodegradable markers dissolve in rain-cloth bandages, snag and unravel in the undergrowth, and release gates are overgrown by wildflowers. The camera lingers on these subtle transitions, a testament to the seamless handoff between the unseen guardians and the wild inhabitants they champion. As the sun climbs higher, the wetland stirs with renewed life. Each animal, each plant, a living tribute to the unseen battle waged in the margins. The final shot lingers on a single feather, drifting atop the water, a quiet symbol of both fragility and victory. Here, in the interplay of shadow and light, the legacy of rescue endures, written not in grand gestures, but in the quiet, persistent return of life itself. As the morning mist lifts, the wetlands awaken, not just with the return of individual creatures, but with a subtle, profound shift that pulses through every living thread. The camera glides over a shallow pond. Dragonflies hover above the water, their wings catching the early light. Where once the absence of frogs silenced the night, now their chorus swells in the reeds, each note a declaration of reclaimed territory. Beneath the surface, the lens follows a rescued newt as it weaves through a forest of aquatic plants. Its return signals a resurgence of balance. Mosquito larvae populations dwindle, water clarity improves, and submerged roots pulse with new vigour. A heron, once wary, returns to its hunting grounds, its reflection mirrored perfectly in the rejuvenated water. The subtle ripple of its landing stirs a school of minnows, their synchronized dance painting shifting patterns beneath the surface. Above, a pair of starlings, once displaced by habitat loss, gather nesting materials from the water's edge. Camera angles shift to the undergrowth, where the reintroduction of hedgehogs has set off a chain reaction. Beetle populations are kept in check, and the soil, churned by tiny pores, breathes easier, nurturing a flush of wildflowers. Pollinators, bees and butterflies, flit from blossom to blossom, their presence inviting a cascade of life that radiates outward. The camera lingers on the edge of the wetland, where a badger's careful digging aerates the earth, allowing rare seeds to sprout. Ferns unfurl and mushrooms push through the leaf litter, breaking down what was once dead and returning it to the living cycle. In the canopy above, the return of songbirds heralds a new equilibrium. Their calls draw in predators and prey alike, weaving a tapestry of interdependence. A slow pan reveals the interconnectedness. The otter's playful dive disperses seeds, the kestrel's shadow sends rodents scurrying, and the amphibian's silent patrol keeps algae blooms in check. The ecosystem, once frayed and fragile, now pulses with resilience, each rescued animal a catalyst for restoration. No human hand appears, only the intricate ballet of species, each movement amplifying the next. The camera closes on a dew-beaded spiderweb strung between two reeds, trembling as a moth lands. The web, like the ecosystem itself, is delicate but enduring, its strength found in connection. As sunlight spills across the landscape, the wetlands shimmer with new promise. Here, the impact of rescue is not measured in numbers, but in the flourishing of life, a chorus of renewal echoing through every leaf, feather and ripple. Beyond the revitalized wetlands, the landscape stretches toward an uncertain yet hopeful horizon. The camera sweeps over expansive meadows where young foxes born of rescued parents dart through tall grasses, each paw print a promise that the legacy continues. In the distance, a herd of reintroduced deer grazes with cautious confidence, their presence reshaping the forest's undergrowth and opening paths for smaller creatures to thrive. A close-up reveals a clutch of turtle hatchlings emerging from a sandy bank, instinctively navigating toward the water's edge. Their journey, perilous yet unstoppable, mirrors the ongoing challenges and triumphs of conservation. Above, a cloud of swallows migrates in synchronized arcs, their roots re-established by generations of survival and adaptation. Underwater, the camera tracks a school of native fish weaving through dense beds of aquatic grass, a testament to restored water quality and the tireless ripple effect of each rescued life. In the shadows, a young otter teaches her pups to hunt, passing on skills once nearly lost, their playful splashes stirring the silt and revealing hidden crustaceans. The lens shifts to a beaver dam, newly constructed, where flowing water carves fresh channels across the floodplain. These engineered waterways create refuges for amphibians and spawning grounds for fish, while the dam's gentle overflow nurtures wild iris and sedge, painting the banks with colour. In the canopy, a rare owl perches silently, its eyes scanning the dusk for movement. The return of such apex predators signals not just recovery, but a thriving, self-sustaining ecosystem, one where each species finds its niche, and balance is maintained by nature's own hand. As twilight deepens, fireflies begin their luminous dance, signalling a world in flux, one shaped by the echoes of past rescues, but always reaching forward. The camera lingers on a silent moonlit pond, where the faint ripple of a bat's wing disturbs the reflection of stars. Here, the future of animal rescue is not bound by the past, but is written each day in the quiet persistence of life reclaiming its place. In these unfolding horizons, the story of rescue becomes the story of resilience, a future forged not by intervention alone, but by the enduring will of the wild to heal, adapt, and flourish.